Good day, ladies and gents. Welcome to the FairwayFit Golf Podcast, where two friends get together to talk about how we are trying to look good, feel good, and play good. Let's go. All right, welcome back, FairwayFit fans. We have episode 19. All right, and we are on a little bit of a rinse and repeat type episode. We're going to discuss with Greg here major number 4. Greg, how are we doing this evening?
We're doing good. Been busy. Had a long weekend, but it was good.
Yeah, I definitely got my golf in. I played 81 holes of golf.
Good Lord.
In the last 4 days. So went 18 on Friday, 36 on Saturday, 18 on Sunday, had about a 2.5 hour range session in the morning on Monday, and then went back in the evening and played 9 holes. So
you're on that grind. I love it.
Well,
love it.
You know,
I'm jealous and happy.
The weather was incredible this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think you could have had
the morning range session might have been a little chilly, but
it was enough where I didn't need sleeves. We were fine.
I was wearing a hoodie on Monday morning.
Yeah, well, morning's more like 10:30, so it was like later in the morning. It wasn't quite afternoon, but not early morning. The little guy wanted to go up there with a friend. We were meeting him up there. I'm trying to hook him up with kind of a golf buddy because he played 18 on Friday, 18, 9 on Sunday, and 9 on Monday. So, I mean, he played a lot of golf as well, too. And we've always talked about getting him out gets me out. So it's one of those.
True.
It's a no-brainer. Oh, you want to go? Okay. We kind of.
Sorry, honey. It's him.
Well, we pawned the girls off with my mom, and they had like a shopping weekend. And then we just, hung out a lot there and took advantage of the weather. I mean, just hanging out at the range was just really nice. So, but played a lot of golf. But in this golf, we're going to talk a little bit about Saturday. We were able to get together for 36 holes. We visited Rock Harbor out in Winchester.
Haven't been there in a year.
And I think we've done this. I think we've done this twice officially. And then like one time we went out there and I think we just played 18 holes. And a couple years ago, and I think we were like, hey, we should come out here and play 36 because they have the 2 18 holes. And then we did it. I think we did it about the same weekend last year.
Just about.
And then we did, and I enjoyed it. For those that don't know, Rock Harbor was an old quarry, and the owner had some land and decided to develop a golf course. So this isn't a very old golf course. I actually remember when it opened. It started off as just 18 holes. They added 9, and then they added a whole nother 9 as well and then rerouted everything to make it 36 holes.
Rerouted it in a way that your brother wasn't very appreciative.
Well, it was pretty rough. Brian was able to join us on the second 36 holes, and when you're going down a 200-foot, I don't know about 200 feet, or let's just say 100-foot drop, and then have to turn around and walk right back up it.
Yeah. No,
I think they could maybe work something else.
The cart fee paid for itself that day, for sure.
On that course, for sure. The other one, it was hilly, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it was like that. That was back and forth, which to anybody. And I think you actually went down, up, and right back down on the exact same paths. And and crossing each other the whole time. So I kind of, I get where he was coming from, but we'll get to that round. But we had major number 4. We played the Rock course, the first one. It was beautiful. I think we warmed up in sleeves, but they kind of came off rather
pretty
quickly. And as I said before, it was kind of a little bit of a rinse and repeat of the year. We both played good golf. I wouldn't say we played our best golf.
No.
You played right, I guess probably right at your handicap, maybe a stroke or two above. And I think I played a stroke or two. Actually, I played like 2 or 3 shots above, just because of the slope and rating, which I think were completely off.
Yeah.
I thought the course was pretty challenging. I don't know if they had a club championship that week or what, but we had some pretty tough pins.
Pin placements were outrageous.
And we definitely had just weird wind. Even
Yeah.
when it felt like it was downwind, it didn't play downwind, but when it was into the wind, it almost felt like it played more than it was blowing into our face. So, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna get my stats out of the way. I'm gonna clear
Love it.
the air for you because I know, if it's a rinse and repeat, we all kinda know what was going on. But before we get to that, I wanna talk about our sponsor for this show, Magic Mind, a mental performance shot that we have been taking for a few weeks now, and I will tell you what, it has been phenomenal, especially on days where you're out to play 36 holes. It's able to keep yourself very focused throughout the day. There's no highs and lows. You don't have a crash like you have with some other different sort of performance things. It is a phenomenal pre-round, pre-workout shot that you could take any day, not just on the golf course, not just in the weight room, but just to get through that everyday needs of your busy lives, which we both have, obviously, with our kids and our family. So shout out to them. If you are interested in Magic Mind, please check out our link and in our description. We have a 50% off coupon for you. And please take advantage. 50% off is basically paying for itself after the first shot. So check us out, check them out, and hopefully we will continue our relationship with them. But I definitely had my shot that morning, and I had a couple extra shots that morning as well too. On the front side, real quickly, my stats: I shot a 42 on the front. I thought I hit the ball better than a 42. If you remember, I actually got off the tee and was able to work the ball into the wind a couple times. I did have a kind of a lost ball that we both thought was in play, and
Mhm.
they never found it, which ended up hurting. And I did leave a couple balls into the wind a little bit short. Not being able to get up and down cost me a 42, 19 putts. I was 3 for 7 from fairways. I was 5 for 9 of greens hit on the front, and it wasn't too bad. I didn't score well on the front, and it kind of put me in a little bit of hole. What'd you do on the front?
Um, I had my first big number of the last couple of weeks. But I shot a 47 on the front to include carding a 10 on number 3. Lost a ball to the right, and then in the drop area, I decided that, just being really focused and zoned in and it being competitive, I was like, I was like, I don't think I can get the ball up and over there, but I think I could punch through all this rough trees and everything like that. Unfortunately nicked a tree and came down still in it. And then I think I basically was in some thick rough and chunked it to the right and then put it in the bunker and then hit the lip of the bunker. I took a 10 on it.
One
Wasn't
thing that
very
was really weird about our rounds, and I'm going to bring back to what we were talking about, rinse and repeat. I think multiple times we were like, "Hey, did we do this exact same thing a year ago?" And
Yeah,
I think that hole got you a year ago
I'm pretty
as
sure it
well
did.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was one of the tougher ones we did at this. So at least we're
And
consistent.
really,
We're
like, I
consistent.
mean, I've been drawing the ball off the tee all
Yeah.
day, and that's all I've been doing is off the tee is drawing it, and I just straight pushed it right, left the face wide open, and it was just gone from the get
Yeah.
go. But shot a 47 on the front, had 20 putts. I think only on 2, 3 holes I was inside of 20 feet
Yeah.
for my first putts. Hit 3 for 7 fairways, and I was 56% greens and rag. But I had 3 penalty shots.
Where were the other penalty?
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Never mind. I had 1 penalty. I lost the
Okay.
ball, but I was
Okay.
in the
On
stand twice.
number 3. Okay.
So I had
How many 3 putts did you have in the front? I had 2 of myself on the putt. So I lost I lost the
oh,
ball.
Lord.
Yeah, that's what got you because you had 20 putts, I had 19. So our perfect games were out the window
Oh, yeah. They were
pretty
gone
early.
pretty quickly.
They were gone pretty quickly. So it
I thought it was gonna be a good day being even through 2.
yeah, I think we both came out. I mean, just
'Cause
playing.
2, if you remember, 2 was like, both of us 2 putted on a god awfully
pretty
long putt.
well. The pits, I mean, the greens are huge at
Yeah.
this course, are absolutely huge. And I will, one thing I've always said about this golf course, if you put a windmill on the greens, people could call some of the greens like miniature golf courses
Yeah.
because the undulation on a certain spots, depending on where the pin was, almost borderline comical. Like, you got to be kidding me. And I know we talk about, oh, it's illegal pin. That's illegal. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know what a true illegal pin looks like and one that doesn't. But there definitely were some that I would still say that might have been on the
I'll get to
that
it, but
side.
I'll get to it, but I think 16 was an illegal pin.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully not the one I hit one close on. But all right. So right now you are at a 47, but you're playing a
14.
14 that day. For some reason, it had me at a 1. I guess I have been playing well. 1's a little low, but so 47 and you got 14, so 7. You're sitting at a net 35. No, net 40.
33.
No, 47 minus 7.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Just doing the
Cut
7
it in
for
half. Cut it in half.
Yep. And then I am at a 42 minus half, so I was at 41.5. So you had about a 1-shot lead going into the backside. I did kind of figure things out a little bit on the back. I went 37 on the back to salvage around in the 70s, which is something that I have kind of been doing pretty well lately. I've been able to just kind of be right around that 78, 79 number. I did only have 15 putts on the back. I think I had 2 bogeys and a birdie. And the birdie was probably one of the first times that I truly thought I threatened a hole in one in quite some time. If you remember when it came,
I held my breath.
when it came back, it went behind the pin, and when it kind of disappeared, it was like, and it
I
ended up being
didn't
an
want to
easy
say
tap in.
anything to talk to the ball or anything. I just kind of like,
But 4 of 7 from the fairways, 6 of 9 from the greens. So I ended the day with a 34 putts, 50. Looks like it's 55% fairways and 50% fairways, 61% green. So in all honesty, I had my numbers. I had 1 double and I had 2 3 putts. So, take the double away, take the 3 putts. So take 3 shots off my score. I'm shooting 76. So, but I ended up with a 79, net 78. I tell everybody right now, it wasn't good enough. So the streak's alive, but tell us a little bit about your back before we get into the 5P.
back, I shot 43, 22 putts. I still, couldn't get anything to drop. I had 2 doubles on the back, 3 bogeys, the rest were pars.
How many putts did you have?
22 on the back.
Wow.
I'll get to that after this, but
Never
four
mind.
for
Never
seven,
mind.
4 for 7.
I remember
driving,
that now. I remember why
and
now.
67% greens and reg. On 16, the one that I think is a legal pin. It was a par 4, a reachable par 4. Believe I hit a 3-wood and got it onto the green. I was probably 50 plus feet away. I don't know. But I continued to 5 putt.
Yeah.
With possibly an asterisk on there.
Yeah, that was weird because there was 1, 2, 3 carts. No, wait. We were the 3rd group on the tee.
It was a solid 15, 20 minute wait.
4th group probably on that hole. It's a drivable par 4 from where we were playing. It's very much into the wind, but it was definitely something to go for. And I do remember that. I don't know if it was a legal putt. You were really in a really, really tough spot.
I was probably in the worst spot ever.
Well, yeah. I mean, this pin is not only front to back, but it's like a huge valley right through the center. And it was a weird one. And obviously with people pressuring us from behind, we were trying to finish up so we can get to our second round of the day. I think you put a little speed and kind of tried to play a little bit quicker on that than you normally would have. But I do remember that I think we counted that as a 5 putt. You were on in 1, putted 5. So that's okay. So that makes sense.
Nice double
too. That makes sense a little bit now with where the 22 was coming from. So
I ended up with a 90. I had 42 putts on the day. So something that was definitely out of character was the fact that like my putting went to kind of crap on this day. I was 50% fairways and rag, 61% greens and rag. Uh, only had 2 lost balls on the day. But having a 14 handicap, I shot net 76. So won by 2 strokes technically. Even though really like I think on this day, like I was definitely outplayed, but the golf gods as far as handicap
Yeah.
gods didn't make it so.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did. I let the wind got to me early on. There was a couple balls, if you remember, you're like, "Oh, where are you?" I was like, "I think I'm like 20 feet middle of the green." And we got up there. I'm literally walking up there with just my putter, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me." And I think I left myself in a bunker one time and then in short of the green and didn't get up and down very well. I played good golf, but I wouldn't say I played very great golf by any means. And
I
you
do
know,
look at it though, both of us shot 50% fairways and 61% greens on the day.
yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, our ball striking was there. Putting was tough. I mean,
Yeah.
the pins were in some tough spots, and you could easily three putt if you were not in the right spot on those greens. I mean,
They need to redo their putting green to have all that undulation. Cause I mean, when you're just warming
yeah, it
up
was dead
on that
straight.
course and it's dead flat, like,
Yeah. And it
come
was
on.
in a little bit better shape. I mean, greens were in good shape, but the putting green was a little bit faster. And
Yeah.
I think, in all honesty, I think both of us had putts that were 60 to 70 feet at times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was two putting was like really hard. And so the top end, the two, three putts, I think I three putted from like 12 feet. So I'm not, well, I'll talk about that one though. But yeah, that gives Greg a congrats. That's a his fifth major in a row. It's kind of hard to say. But it is your fifth major in the row.
It's all right.
I
As I get better, it'll be tougher and tougher for me to win a major.
Yeah, and we talked about this, and I told you I think you're unintentionally sandbagging to take yourself to an 18, but you did go through an epiphany with incredible incredible grip change, which we I think we talked about for like 2 holes on, and you made probably the best point is how did you shoot even 100 with your
Yeah.
grip
I mean,
change or your
the
grip
fact I
before?
was doing it wrong for 3/4 of the season.
And still scoring under triple digits at times because you're basically playing golf one-handed. Um, but anyway, so you
Holding a
played
club
well.
like this.
It again, it scratches my head, but you were right. Like how in the heck were you even scoring with that? I mean, no wonder why your putting looked so much better bet those
Yeah.
times because the ball was going all over the place. But yeah, the big numbers still get you. Obviously you did have a 10 and with handicap and everything, I think you actually go in more of a where you're like 86 or 87 due to some scoring changes.
Yeah,
So,
because obviously, like, the differential ended up being
well, it's
a
not just differential. I think where your handicap is, you cannot take more than 2 shots
right, yeah,
over if you're not getting a shot. So if you're getting a
yeah.
shot, I think you can take the 3 shots over. So, and Grant does a great job of adjusting that for us. So I think you went in with like an 87 net.
What's hysterical is I don't think
Which,
I was
yeah.
stroking on that hole.
Well, no, that on that hole, but
I
on
was
number 3,
that 10, I did not have a pop on that hole.
I actually thought that was the one. Maybe it was 4 that was a lower one. I think
4
4
4 was low, 2 was low.
yeah.
I got a pop on 2, 4, 5, 6,
Well,
7,
again,
9.
I don't think the PCC changed. I actually didn't even look. I wish somebody would go out and rate that course again because that course is a lot tougher than their slope and
Oh, yeah.
grading. Obviously the conditions made it tough, but it's got some demanding tee shots, and you have to know that course and have that pin placements. Now on their pin sheet, they did have 9 different pin
Yeah,
placements
9.
per
9
green,
times.
and we should have realized how big the greens were. When you have 9 pin placements and not just your typical 3 or 4, we should have known right then and there that we were in it for
Yeah.
the long haul on the green. So, but we did end up having a great day. We finished. We had to rush through 16, 17, 18. And then we flipped over because they changed carts. They have different color carts for different courses. And we met Brian, and we had another playing partner come along
Jed.
with us. Jeb, Jeb Clampett is what he referred to himself as. So really nice guy. He looked like hasn't been playing for golf for too long. But he actually had some pretty good shots throughout the
Oh
day.
yeah.
He definitely struggled a little bit in different times. That course was difficult. Both Brian and Jeb decided to
Walk
walk
it.
the course.
Literally,
And we had,
we had 4 groups
I
tell
was going to
them
say
you're
four, if
brave.
not five groups tell them how impressive they were just to walk that course. So they definitely had a couple strokes or a couple holes that probably cost them a couple strokes just by walking. So, but otherwise, it was a good day. Kind of I kind of caught fire in the front nine. I ended up having, which was really weird. I was telling somebody about this today. I mean, I started the round par double, and then in the next 8 holes, I played 5 under
Yeah.
to get back to.
It was an impressive streak.
Well, it was weird though. Like I didn't even really realize it until we hit 9, and it was like, whoa, that's a lot of birdies. Like I was hitting it close, but I rolled a couple in pretty good. So and then faulting a little bit, had 2 water balls coming in. I think I told my buddy at work that the number got to me, and I think I even remember telling you, I was like, I've shot 72. I need to try to shoot 70 and in
Yeah.
that par 5. And I said, this will make and break my round right here. And we didn't quite see where it ended, but I think it ended just short, obviously into the water. We didn't find it, so it had to be in the water. But I mean, I hit it just well enough to get close, but bad enough not to cover. And then I ended up putting another one in the water right afterwards. So ended up there. Actually ended up shooting a 75 in the second round. You ended up shooting pretty much the same situation, right?
91, and
91.
I did have an 11 on a hole.
There we go.
Um,
That one, I'll be honest with you, the 10, it was no big deal. Like I saw it and what happened and everything. And I'm
oh,
like, oh, bad break after bad.
I had an utter breakdown of like I am if I could have, I probably would have snapped some clubs, but
Yeah, that was probably some of the more frustration I've seen you take out on your clubs in a while. And I didn't even know what to say because I think at that moment I was still 2 under through like 14 or 15. And you were like, and it wasn't even that you
and I
like,
had a decent round. I shot 41 on the front,
yeah,
and I was 4 over on the back, and it was mainly just 3 putts that were making me have doubles. And then that 11 hit, and
yeah,
it was pretty much I went bogey with a triple, or I mean bogey with a 3 putt, then double bogey, and then
yeah.
par to finish off with a 50 on the back and shoot 91. That
Um,
one had me as a 13, so I shot 78.
yeah.
That course played you at a 0, and you shot 75.
The played a 0, shot 75, which again, I thought that course actually played a little bit more challenging than the
Mhm.
rock course. And the wind died down a little bit to where I didn't think it was as something we had to worry about as badly as the front 9. So, but no, but again,
Either course would be an awesome scramble course because there's
100%.
a lot. There's every single tee shot I think is a risk reward shot
It
that you can
100%.
take.
Yeah.
So I think that would be an awesome scramble course, like to go out there and put a foursome together and go out
Yeah.
there and try to shoot low.
Yeah. They usually have a lot of tournaments out there. I know a lot of like charities that go there because again, I think we talked about that. They can have a scramble going on and still have their other course to bring
Yep.
in that dollar for that. They're trying to hit their quotas for the day. But man, it was a lot of fun. I think we both agreed once a year this is something we have to do, and
Oh
it'd
yeah.
be great to get a little bit bigger group to go out there with us. And I know we always talk about this, but then we kind of pulled it together last second, so we weren't able to get the group. We had a lot of people commit and kind of back out, which is understandable. I mean, the
Yeah.
holiday weekend and different things. But my brother did join us. He struggled a little bit with the walking, but I thought he played. He had some up and down holes. I know he's coming off a rib injury, which is not letting him get to the where he wants to be. So, but yeah, great day. Minus the fact that I can't get off the losing streak, and your winning streak is definitely a streak now. No questions even about it. as the 5-peat happens. We do have Major 5, the final major of the year, which counts quadruple. Well, maybe. I think that was a new rule that I was trying to put in there, but no, it definitely it doesn't count any more than the other majors. I mean, obviously you've taken the major series this year, but now I think a little bit of the pride is on the line. So we need to start figuring out what we want to do there. Once we have that, we'll get everybody.
Major 5 is a tough one to win because, I mean, if you remember, that's when I got you by 1 stroke last year.
Yeah. So it's a little bit harder now. I'll be honest with you. Getting out playing outside of this long weekend, things are going to get a little bit more tricky. It might be a mental health challenge for us to get out.
Laura is on board on the 9-hole before school idea.
I love it. And 9 holes, man. You saw what I did, and we'll briefly hit it after this next segment of our clip here. But 9 holes can change a handicap. So
yeah.
But obviously, one thing we always talk about.
I need it right now.
Obviously, one thing we always talk about is we talk about some sort of fitness. We've talked a lot about mobility in the last couple of weeks, and one thing we were talking a little bit about at our long day on Saturday was we both have made some sort of adjustments to our workouts. I'm still kind of tweaking mine a little bit. It's a little day to day. I still got some hip stuff going on. And honestly, the car ride in and the car ride home have been killing me in the hips. It's the first 5 to 10 steps out of the car, I look like a broken old man.
Chubb's always said it's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips. And so I'm trying to get mine straightened out. But you were going to talk to us a little bit about the changes you are making and kind of with the season, the peak of our season is kind of winding down. Some more changes that you might make as we move forward. So give us a little update on your workouts.
Something I've been kind of playing with is basically I've been working more power development style workouts. So still hitting mainly all of those big muscle groups, all those compound lifts, but basically I have kind of changed it up from still hitting full range. So I'm still doing end range training, but now I've been going like actually a lot heavier weight and only doing like sets of 3. So just really focusing on power development and kind of getting into that, like, I don't know, that I don't want to say it, but the off season mindset of let me start increasing power now and then maintain it through the actual golf season, through the other workouts. But basically, I've started throwing a lot of weight on the bar and started, basically going up in my squats and my deadlifts and rows and everything like that. Bench, obviously I don't touch the bar for bench press right now. I'm still just doing dumbbells. But moving heavy dumbbells and moving heavy weight, and it's actually been feeling really good. It's actually really made my runs better. I've actually hit a PR. I've hit a new PR. Still got about 14 days left to try and break my 6-minute mile, and still got to shave off about 14 seconds. But I was talking to a buddy earlier about it, and I think I'm just gonna. I think
if you start the clock 15 seconds later, you might have a chance.
Nah, I think I need to suck it up and do it and just puke at the end. Like, just go until I puke. Like, just do it. Like, 5:59 is all I want. I don't want a 5.
Now you're doing majority of your runs after your workout.
Yes. So I'll do a heavy, like I did a heavy, press day, which was squats, leg extension, dumbbell bench, incline bench, flies, shoulder press, reverse lunges, and dumbbell jumps. And then basically went out and walked directly to the track and then ran a mile in 6:14. So,
well, we both have the luxury of teaching in the weight room, and we at the high school level, we have a lot of our students who are athletes, and you need to do what they do is you need to complain about game day and, oh, it's game day. I can't lift. And it's so funny.
Pre-muscle activation.
It's so funny because that's probably one of the worst things for you. Obviously we just adjust lifts, and really I don't actually adjust the lifts. I just adjust a lot of the weight that they're doing. It's still going through the workout that's assigned and just going almost through the same reps as well too. It's just really just going a little bit lighter weight, and not too light to where it's just not doing anything. But You need one
Pre-muscle
of those days.
activation, I mean, I tell the story to my students all the time. A year or so ago, I saw on Twitter, there was a kid up in Maryland that was a three sport all-state athlete. He was a football player, basketball player, and a baseball player. And every game day, he would heavy squat, heavy deadlift, heavy bench.
Well, I
And
did it. I
all
was
it was pre-muscle activation.
and I was that guy. I actually learned that in college. Where I was playing, I don't want to date myself too much, but a lot of the fields when I was playing in college did not actually have lights. So everything was day games. And on weekends, everything was usually double headers. And I would wake up early and go lift before a doubleheader. And again, I was now baseball's a little bit more of a longer day when the doubleheader. I mean, you're going to be on the baseball field for, I mean, you're going
8
to be
hours.
in gameplay, not talking about warm ups. You'll be just playing for 5 to 6 hours, being there for almost 8 or 9 hours because of, we all know baseball teams take forever to warm up with. And I remember lifting beforehand and guys were like, "Man, what are you doing? You're crazy." I was like, "No, actually, I love it. I actually feel 10 times better on the days that I was doing that." And then when it carried over into pro ball, you played every day. I mean, we played something like 92 games in 114 days.
Good
So
Lord.
it wasn't like you had days off. Oh, we have Tuesday and Thursday off the lift. No, you just knew when and how to lift.
Yeah.
And I also know now a bit in the bigs, you find a lot of guys, even though they're playing 7:35 game starts and getting down to 11, they lift at night. They lift after they play, depending on what their routines and what their workouts calling for. I mean, so golf's no different. I mean, right now our lives, it's not like we can schedule out too far in advance. And if we try to, but it's usually, man, I got 4 hours available. Maybe I'd go play 9 holes. Or, hey, then something canceled and moved around. Maybe I'd go play. So we need to be able to adjust. And I think my changes have been, I've just been incorporating a lot more rotational stuff.
Mhm.
Not just kettlebells, but even, I don't have a PVC pipe there, but I have a pipe there. It's just not PVC, that we're using and on some of the exercises, the body bars and different things. And so I'm just doing a lot of rotational stuff, and it's just trying to improve that core and improving everything to get through. And I don't, I have swing speed, but I want to have a cruising swing speed to where I can just stay under control a little bit. I want to be able to, distance does matter a lot of it. And I don't hit a ton of drivers. And so being able to put a long hybrid out there, being able to hit that 3-iron it's something it's been working. But the last 2 weeks, I've kind of made a lot of changes and I do feel it a little bit, especially on the range. I mean, I felt great on Saturday.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think we even joked about going out for 9 more, without a doubt doing that. And like I said, I played 81 holes in 4 days and I walked 2 18-hole rounds and a 9-hole round and then rode the other time. And when I'm out there playing, I actually haven't felt anything. Now, I do feel it a little bit, obviously, in the mornings waking up.
Yeah.
But, I'm
But
getting
that's
older.
age. That's age.
I think to some degree it
Yeah, that's
is.
because your bed's stuck at a 36
It is.
degree angle.
It is. I do need to figure that out. It's been a while. Maybe that is actually the problem. So, but we'll touch base more on workouts and we'll get into a little bit of the off season. I do have some plans for myself, and my little guy who's locking in to golf. I mean, he hustled over there to chip and putt today before baseball practice. So, on his own, and so it's really cool and exciting to see. I did try to play him yesterday for the lap putter. I gave him 18 shots and he beat me. So I couldn't. He actually had a round very similar to you. I think he had a birdie. He had 6 bogeys, which on our course, bogeys like par.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think he had a 10 and a 9. So he was able to throw those big numbers in just like some of the rounds you did on Saturday. So, but he's loving it. So before we get off here, I think we need an update in our handicap. Although I know your rounds probably didn't feel like you wanted them to, I know you had some numbers fall off and I'm having some numbers fall off. I'm about to have some more fall off, but I had a good weekend as well too. Where are we sitting? Where are we sitting and what do we got moving forward?
we're down to an 11.8. So flirting with a number. I got some big numbers that are coming off as well still. I don't have any, like, if I get some low 80s rounds, even if I have a round fall off that's an 88, it's gonna basically be
Yeah.
better than that anyways. Um, but it's I got the fire symbol on Grint. And I'm on fire.
Now
But
11.8, that is when's the last time you were at 11?
I want to say probably an 11.0 is the lowest I've ever been in my life. And
Okay.
that was probably 5 years ago, six
So
years
let's
ago,
just
maybe.
say in 11.0, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't know this. You take your 10 and your 11 away and you make bogey, you're
Oh yeah,
probably under
yeah,
11.
yeah.
You're probably under 11. I mean, that's how close you are right now. So, and I know what we kind of briefed about it a little bit, and we talked a little bit more about it the next show. When is the 9 hole going? I'm telling you, the 9 hole, if you want to lower your handicap, 9 holes is the way to do it.
I know, and we got it on the document. There's probably gonna be at least one this week. So
Nice. Weeks, it's already Tuesday. So,
I know, but like
yeah, little guys know.
Mama Northhart's got morning meetings some days.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Thursday or Friday.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. I wish I had that luxury, but my 45-minute commute does not. And I still teach a little bit early.
It's good when the golf course, like the ninth hole,
It's
and
closer than the
my
school.
school is probably maybe a 3-minute drive.
Well, you can always eat, you always meet good friend of the Billy over there at like,
12:30.
midday and however he gets over there. Well, Billy, we're all in school. What are you doing? Oh, he had a mental health day as well too. So, but yeah, I went out yesterday and I'm telling you, it's the 9 holes. And real quickly, my round was interesting. I actually hit the ball probably the best I've hit all weekend. And on 2, I made a bogey. Back pin just hit the wrong club and flew pretty far. It wasn't a bad. I really wasn't even upset with my shot. It's just that back pin's hard to get to, and
Right.
I tried to be aggressive.
You
And
can't leave it short because you're down that bowl.
I can't leave it short because I would. Yeah, I mean, and you're looking at a 3 putt there, so my thought is trying to get up and down if I go long. But what was interesting is I parred 3, which is a par 5, which is a hole I usually like. Got up and down there to par it, which was bad. I got up and down on 4 to make par. I actually hit a ball. My wife was playing with me, and my little guy was there. I hit a spinner, and that I didn't even mean to hit, and it checked right at the pin. So it was like a tap in one. It was pretty nice. Had a really good birdie look on 5 and missed it. So I always said, if I can be one over or better going into 6, I always feel like I got a chance to score because I have to play well, but I had, 7's in there and then 9 and then survive an 8. Well, 6, and again, I'm playing back. I hit it to like 30 feet. Not a great shot. I made a bomb. And I'm like, huh. Like, okay, I've rolled it well. And that
Even for
2 hour
six,
that 2 hour range session I told you about, an hour of it was putting. I mean, I haven't had time and I was out there putting. So it was funny though. So I birdied 6. I hit a great approach shot on 7, back pin, spun off to the fringe. I chipped in. So I'm like, whoa. I'm like, all right, I'm 1 under. And then, 8 from the tips is a big hole. And I've been trying to work. I hit 3-wood twice yesterday, which, for me, that's not something I love hitting off the tee.
in 36 holes. I don't think I saw you hit 3-wood ones on Saturday.
I did, but I didn't go very far. It was like that worm burner, but that was besides the
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
But so I hit 3-wood, actually hit it through the fairway down by the rock wall, but I had a flat lie, hit it close, had about about 15 footer downhill, and I made it. I went birdie, birdie, birdie on 8, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like, okay. I was like, I'm starting to think, all right. I know, the wife wasn't feeling her best at that time. So she made good 6, 7 holes, and then she kind of just watched, her and Tyler rode while I walked. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe, if I birdie 9, and maybe it's an 18-hole day, not just a
Yeah.
9-hole day. And I hit my tee ball on 9, just pushed it a little bit into the rough. Hit a good shot, just went straight, didn't turn it at all. and had a tough shot, hit it just to the back fringe. Had a kind of an okay putt to about 6 feet, and I make the putt. So I kind of get up and down, but it was a 2-putt, but not a 2-putt type thing. And I kind of already committed coming up the fairway and saying, I've already told her I'm playing 9 and moving on. So I ended up shooting 34 from the
Dang.
pit. The differential is a negative 3.9.
Oh, wow.
So like, I was like, whoa. Oh, no, I'm sorry, negative 1.9, negative 1.9. And I'm like, negative. That's awesome. Now I have some other negatives on there, but I don't think I've ever really paid attention. And I'm like, whoa, negative. So I add it all up and I take some off before I divide by 8. It gets me the handicap. So I did come in today at a 1.0 handicap. So by far the lowest I've been. Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody I'm a 1 handicap. I'm a low single digit handicap that's just playing really well. I got some scores. I do have an even par round falling off in my next round. So obviously that's going to, I think that's the other negative I have on there. So that's going to hurt a little bit. Because even at a 1.5, the tips still play me at a 4. That's how hard Stone is. Yeah. So I was because it had me as a 2 on the 9. So it plays me at a 4 for 18 holes. And I was like, wow, that's I know the course is tough, but I don't know if it's that tough to play. So, but yeah, I'm telling you, 9 holes is where it's at, because you can't shoot a 37 and a 43. You just shoot a 37. They don't know what you're going to do on the back.
It's true.
So, you go out, put out a 39, you're going to be a 10. You'll have a 10 there. You go out and put 2 39s up, you'll have a 9, if not an 8 on there, because it helps drop it quite a bit. So hopefully you're able to get one of those rounds out. I'm not really sure what I got planned. I know we have a very busy, packed weekend of stuff. I want to try to get 9, probably Saturday afternoon, or maybe 18 if I can talk. Maybe a little guy or even my oldest to go with us. So
we can start soccer on Saturday. So
are you coaching?
No. I refuse to.
You refuse.
I am probably one of. I understand it's the most popular game in the world, but I loathe it.
You got to do it though. At this age,
I know.
You gotta.
I'm gonna be with Brody. I'm gonna be Brody's like
little buddy running around with him.
No, it's gonna be me more so keeping him from like knocking over the kids.
Is it him or is it Elise?
They're playing at the same time.
Oh.
And so luckily it's at the same development, just different fields. But like Brody's gonna be kicking kids and knocking them down and elbowing them. Like, I mean, he's a physical kid, and like I'm just gonna have to.
That's okay. Stop. That's okay. Or they'll end up sticking him in goal.
That's true.
Don't let this go by you. I remember those. Ours didn't love it. So it was either.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I think it was 2 seasons, and that was about it. They were ready to move on. So, is it like a practice and then you play, or is it just
got me? I'll figure it out on Saturday.
So ours was like 30-minute practice, and then it was like a 15-minute game, and then that's how theirs worked. And my oldest was really funny because they did, they had to do something with cones, and the coach was like, "Oh yeah, and I need help giving the cones. Just grab your cone and put the ball on top to make an ice cream cone." She ran over to us. She goes, "She doesn't want us to make an ice cream. She just wants us to pick up her cones." And I was like, "Yes, go help out. Please go ahead. Please go help out." And she said, "I don't want to clean up." So that's kind of what we went through that day. And it only gets more entertaining now that we're in 8th grade. So every day it's a little bit different. So, but yeah, hopefully we're able to get major number 5. I know we have the Gents Open, which I was told is getting scheduled as we speak. I saw one of the captains yesterday at the range. And, we got a couple other things. Hopefully we get on the docket, and you never know. Maybe we find some BSGA stuff here before the season's out. Take those mental health days like we need and get ourselves going. But again, need any sort of energy throughout the day, make sure to check out Magic Mind, the mental performance shot that everybody may need. We have a 50% off coupon in our description and right here on our QR code. Other than that, Greg, I'm looking forward to hear about your 9 holes on
Yeah,
Thursday.
man. I'm looking forward to getting them in.
There you go.
Might
You
be
will
a
fly.
great day. It'll be a great day at work.
You will fly. You will fly. Just keep it clean, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Check everybody later. See you next time.